Soil erosion, a project by Sterling Moore for LS491. Erosion is the action of processes, such as water flow or wind, which remove soil and rock from one location on the Earth's crust, then transport it to another location where it is deposited. While erosion is a natural process, human activities have increased by 10 to 40 times the rate at which erosion is occurring globally. Excessive or accelerated erosion causes both on-site and off-site problems. On-site impacts include decreases in agricultural productivity and on natural landscapes, ecological collapse, both because of the loss of nutrient-rich upper soil layers. In some cases, the eventual end result is desertification. Off-site effects include sedimentation of waterways and eutrophication of water bodies, as well as sediment-related damages to roads and houses. Water and wind erosion are the two primary causes of land degradation. Combined, they are responsible for about 84% of the global extent of degraded land, making excessive erosion one of the most significant environmental problems worldwide. Intensive agriculture, deforestation, roads, anthropogenic climate change, and urban sprawl are amongst the most significant human activities in regard to their effect on stimulating erosion. However, there are many prevention and remediation practices that can curtail or limit erosion of vulnerable soils. Land degradation. Each year, about 75 billion tons of soil is eroded from the land, a rate that is about 13 to 40 times as fast as the natural rate of erosion. Approximately 40% of the world's agricultural land is seriously degraded. According to the United Nations, an area of fertile soil the size of Ukraine is lost every year because of drought, deforestation, and climate change. In Africa, if current trends of soil degradation continue, the continent might be able to feed just 25% of its population by 2025, according to UNU's Ghana-based Institute for Natural Resources in Africa. The loss of soil fertility due to erosion is further problematic because the response is often to apply chemical fertilizers, which leads to further water and soil pollution, rather than to allow the land to regenerate. Half of the topsoil on the planet has been lost in the past 150 years. In addition to erosion, soil quality is affected by other aspects of agriculture. These impacts include compaction, loss of soil structure, nutrient degradation, and soil salinity. These are very real and often, at times, severe issues. The effects of soil erosion go beyond the loss of fertile land. It has led to increased pollution and sedimentation in streams and rivers, clogging these waterways and causing declines in fish and other species. And degraded lands are often less able to hold onto water, which can worsen flooding. Sustainable land use can help to reduce the impacts of agriculture and livestock, preventing soil degradation and erosion and the loss of valuable land to desertification. As the human population has expanded, more and more land has been cleared for agriculture and other pursuits that degrade the soil and make erosion more likely to occur. When agricultural fields replace natural vegetation, topsoil is exposed and can dry out. The diversity and quantity of microorganisms that help to keep the soil fertile can decrease, and nutrients may wash out. Soil can be blown away by the winds or washed away by rains. Deforestation is a large factor in terms of soil erosion. Without plant cover, erosion can occur and sweep the land into rivers. The agricultural plants that often replace the trees cannot hold onto the soil, and many of these plants, such as coffee, cotton, palm oil, soybean, and wheat, can actually worsen soil erosion. And as land loses its fertile soil, agricultural producers move on, clear more forests, and continue the cycle of soil loss. Overgrazing. The conversion of natural ecosystems to a pasture land doesn't damage the land initially as much as crop production, but this change in usage can lead to high rates of erosion and loss of topsoil nutrients. Overgrazing can reduce ground cover, enabling erosion and compaction of the land by wind and rain. This reduces the ability for plants to grow and water to penetrate, which harms soil microbes and reduces in serious erosions of the land. The use of agrochemicals. Pesticides and other chemicals used on crop plants have helped farmers to increase their yields. Scientists have found that overuse of some of these chemicals changes soil composition and disrupts the balance of microorganisms in the soil. This stimulates the growth of harmful bacteria at the expense of beneficial kinds. The most widely accepted definition of desertification is that of the Princeton University Dictionary, which defines it as the process of fertile land transforming into desert, typically as a result of deforestation, drought, or proper inappropriate agriculture use. As a growing human population cuts down forests and transforms natural landscapes into fields for agricultural crops and pasture land, the sustainable use of the world's natural resources is becoming increasingly important. Agriculture gives us food, fiber, and even biofuels. Farming and ranching is the world's largest industry, employing 1 billion people who produce more than $1 trillion of food annually. As individuals in a nation, we must encourage farmers, ranchers, major companies, and their supply chains to promote the use and development of sustainable agriculture that preserves and restores critical habitats, helps protect watersheds, and improves the health of soil and water. We must also work to reduce deforestation. Eliminating all deforestation is not possible. Parts of the landscape will need to be reshaped and altered as populations grow and change, but this can be balanced through sustainable forest management, reforestation efforts, and maintaining the integrity of protected areas. Given the amount of deforestation around the world, zero net deforestation may seem unattainable. Certain countries have already seen success in reducing the rate of deforestation. For example, Paraguay enacted a zero deforestation law in 2004 and has seen an 85% drop in the years following. The health of soil is a primary concern to farmers and the global community whose livelihoods depend on well-managed agriculture that starts with the dirt beneath our feet. Our future on this planet depends on it. Thank you for your time.